and welcome to another Century 21 Tech Talk briefing with me, Jeff Tracy. In this briefing, I'll be providing details about the operation and technical specifications of the Road Construction Pathfinder. The Pathfinder is a revolutionary self-contained mobile construction site. Its purpose is to build new roads and highways in remote regions of the globe. The Pathfinder is 280 feet long and 190 feet high, with a maximum speed of 30 miles per hour when traveling between road-laying sites. The machine has a crew complement of 12 personnel, including the operations manager, auxiliary craft operator, driver, spotter, and maintenance crew. The Pathfinder's control room is located on the top deck, below the main communications antenna. While the machine is in motion, the control room is manned by a minimum of 2 personnel, one operating the main drive system, and one on spotting duty to call out obstructions in the machine's path. When an obstruction is deemed too large for the Pathfinder to clear safely, the operator can bring the demolition cannon to bear. The spotter passes target and range information, and the machine's operator fires the cannon, blasting the obstruction clear. The machine is powered by a compact fusion reactor, which supplies all the energy necessary for its operations. The Pathfinder moves at 5 miles per hour while it is laying the new road surface. The tarmac is pre-marked with the desired pattern and cooled as it is extruded from the spreader behind the machine. Raw materials are provided by support trucks, which resupply the main craft at regular intervals. The upper hangar bay provides storage for a jumping jack helijet. This versatile aircraft is used to scout the proposed construction route, to check for hazards, and to assess the condition of the terrain along the Pathfinder's course. The helijet can be deployed from the Pathfinder while the machine is stationary or in motion. The front of the Pathfinder opens to reveal an auxiliary vehicle garage and turntable, which houses operation-specific equipment. The vehicle stored in the Pathfinder's garage varies depending on the environment in which the machine is operating. In heavily forested regions, the Pathfinder will often be preceded by a crab logger, which clears the route for the Pathfinder to advance. In these instances, the Pathfinder carries a crab logger support vehicle such as a Superon tanker or wood pulp transporter. In areas with desert or rocky terrain, the Pathfinder can deploy a powerful bulldozer to clear obstacles quickly and effectively. In mountainous regions or areas with larger immovable obstructions, the Pathfinder will usually be equipped with an explosives tractor. Though much smaller than the Pathfinder, the explosives tractor is a force to be reckoned with. Utilizing a battery of 16 projectile launchers, the explosives tractor can fire a series of precision-guided atomic charges. These high explosives make short work of anything in the vehicle's path, and are even powerful enough to cut a clearing through a mountain pass. Atomic charges are incredibly dangerous, and should only ever be handled by qualified experts. As a matter of fact, International Rescue were involved in a life-or-death operation at a Pathfinder site not long ago. This is the story. A guy called Eddie Hausman had been clearing the route for his business partner's Pathfinder in a treacherous mountain region of Southeast Asia. The construction company was really up against it to finish the project before the monsoon season began. Unfortunately, the monsoons arrived sooner than expected, and earth tremors threatened to destroy their work to date. Eddie was a stubborn guy, and against his partner's orders, he snuck out in the middle of the night and took the explosives tractor along a narrow ledge in the cutting he had cleared. Placing some atomic charges by hand, Eddie planned to detonate them at a safe distance and blow the mountain peak away to prevent it falling into the new clearing. All was going well, until the blast from the explosion carried Eddie's vehicle to the edge of the rocky ledge, leaving it balanced precariously with a case of charges still on board. With no way to reach Eddie safely, Bob Gray and his team contacted International Rescue for assistance. However, it presented us with a problem. You see, Eddie was an old friend of Tintin's and knew all of us at the base. If we went out to help him, our identities could be revealed and our operational security compromised. However, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. So Scott blasted off in Thunderbird 1, with Virgil and Alan following in Thunderbird 2. Immediately on his arrival at the danger zone, Scott fired a barrage of steel spears into the side of the mountain, above the tractor, to prevent it from being struck by falling boulders. This delaying tactic bought enough time for Thunderbird 2 to arrive and assess the situation. The walls of the newly cut clearing were narrow, and Virgil had to navigate the freighter craft between them with great care. As Virgil lowered Thunderbird 2 towards the stricken vehicle, the downward force of its powerful retro motors almost caused the explosives tractor to overbalance and topple from the ledge. Retreating skyward once more, Thunderbird 2 began hovering, while Scott formulated a way to stabilize the precariously balanced vehicle. Using Thunderbird 1 itself as a means to steady Eddie's tractor, Scott inched the rocket forward until its nose cone was underneath the vehicle. With its engines on minimum power, Thunderbird 1 gently raised up, nudging the front of the tractor into position. Virgil once again brought Thunderbird 2 down over the vehicle, and this time Alan was able to make contact with the electromagnetic grabs. As Scott moved Thunderbird 1 clear, Virgil hauled the tractor free and into the air. However, the vehicle proved to be too heavy for the grabs, and one by one, they began to lose their grip. Guiding Thunderbird 2 as near to the edge of the cutting as he dared, Virgil closed the distance, enough for Eddie to jump clear. Seconds later, the grabs failed, and the tractor plunged to the canyon floor and exploded. Eddie was saved, and no worse for the wear. Equally importantly, he never saw the faces of his rescuers, and the secrets of international rescue were preserved. That brings us to the end of this briefing. Be sure to look out for road builders and the other equipment I've been discussing the next time you see a large construction project. I'll see you next time for some more Century 21 Tech Talk. Take care.